All right. Good Tuesday evening, everybody. It's Alex with you for another edition of Weather Aware Live. Finally out of the Arctic blast. We're still going to have some 20s tonight, but it's not going to be anything like we've seen the past couple of days. Lows in the upper 10s, low 20s, shaking out of that finally. So it feels good to have a 60-degree afternoon, especially after temperatures around 19 this morning. Dew points in the single digits will do that. And the warmer days are ahead, too. But we got multiple different types of weather on the way. So we're going to be previewing rain chances. Those are coming in for Thursday. And then we're going to be talking a lot about the preview for Christmas week. What to expect? Is it going to be 70s all week long? I know we've been seeing some posts about warm weather from even myself included. And while that's true in some cases, doesn't necessarily mean the whole week is going to be spring-like warmth as well. So I think we're going to see a little bit of ebbs and flows that lead to a warmer potential setup for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So let's go ahead and get right to some of this. Again, temperatures today hitting 60. We haven't had a lot of rain recently, so I want to touch on that so we can go ahead and get into the quick situation when it comes to the rainfall. We're in a moderate to severe drought for much of the area, along and south of I-20 in particular. The further north you go, the less drought conditions we're seeing. Washington, Lincolnton, Edgefield, northern Aiken County, McCormick. Most of McCormick County, or at least half of it, is no longer in a drought. Right now, the northern half of McCormick County, north of Highway 378, no drought for you guys. In areas of Elbert County, Abbeville, on up to I-85, no drought. Seen a decent chunk of rain in the upstate and the Piedmont, which has helped things out significantly. But for us, again, we desperately need the rain. Not a whole lot on the board, but we are at least adding some on Thursday. So Thursday's rain should help things just a little bit. And again, if you're joining us, good evening. We're talking about the rainfall situation, which is going to be happening Thursday. Some of those showers finally back in the forecast. And on top of that, we're also talking about Christmas because everybody wants to know what's kind of going on. And I think you're going to like what you see. But let's get to Thursday real quick. It's the only day for rain in the next 7 days. The only day. We are expecting dry weather for many of the next 7. Thursday is going to be the day for it. High temperatures, low 60s. Tomorrow's low 60s. And then we get to Friday, and Friday is primarily just going to be about the breeze and the sunshine. Highs are going to stay in the upper 50s. Could get some gusts up to 25 to 30 miles an hour. Saturday, out of the way. It's going to be a very cold morning, near 30, and then low 60s in the afternoon. Very similar to what we saw today, minus the Arctic chill. So this is Thursday rainfall model output through Thursday early afternoon. This is at about 1 o'clock. Notice there's going to be a quick pulse of showers from the Atlantic Ocean moving across the low country, parts of the PD, and even the eastern CSRA. Barnwell, Bamberg, Allendale, Wagner, Sally. These are the 4 locations that I think are going to have the highest chance of a few showers in the first half of Thursday. Most are going to stay dry other than a few sprinkles Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, that's the bulk of the rain. And by when it's all said and done, Friday at sunrise, there you have it. 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, not a very significant rain. A few pockets east of Highway 25, south of I-20 that could get up to about a 1/2 inch to an inch of rain. It's not going to be for most of us. So it's not going to really get us out of a drought at all. And this is what Thursday kind of looks like on your Futurecast model here. I'm going to go and take myself off the screen for just a moment. And this is going to be on Thursday. So, again, expecting most of the rain to happen in the second half of the day, Thursday. So let's look at that. Again, this is going into about, say, 1 o'clock. You see the showers, the heaviest of them, they're just on the doorstep. And then they start to overspread the CSRA after about 2 p.m. Thursday afternoon. So most of the rain happening Thursday afternoon through Thursday evening. Coverage will be widespread. The intensity of the rain is light to moderate. So I think we'll have a few steadier bands in there for sure. It's going to be a wet evening. If you're headed home from work, be careful, especially around the 4 to 6 o'clock time frame, because that's when a lot of that starts to nestle in and gets comfy in here. And then watch what happens. In the overnight Thursday into Friday, lots of that is out of the way. Friday morning, we get sunny fast, and the breeze is going to act as a fan. So it's going to dry the ground out. It's going to give us some gust pretty frequently, getting up to about I'd say 30 miles an hour even at times. So there's the gust forecast, and that's going all the way through about 8 o'clock. Our high-res data is going to be going out later on tonight. But bottom line is it's going to get windy Friday morning, and it's going to stay gusty all day with occasional periods of 25, 30-mile-an-hour gust. Now let's show you that extended forecast real quick. And again, tomorrow, 62 degrees, more clouds, but no rain. And then Thursday, that's when the rain comes back, 60% chance, especially in the afternoon and the evening. Friday, sunny, breezy, dry. Let's look at the weekend, though. Saturday's going to be that gentle bounce back. Sunday, highs in the upper 60s. Feel pretty good on Sunday afternoon. So we're going to have a series of weak fronts moving in. The jet stream pattern is very favorable for average to above average weather. And let's show you the jet stream pattern real quick. This is going into Christmas Day itself. So, again, the jet stream relaxing, and I'm not sure why that is. Let me look at that real quick. Let's see. There we go. But regardless, the jet stream pattern is favoring much warmer conditions as we head into the next several days here. So I'm seeing a pattern that will favor some nice warm weather. And let's see. For some reason, the map is acting up a little bit here. There we go. Okay. So back to it. There's the forecast pattern. And you see how the jet stream lifts to the north, and it's going to stay there. And we're going to be parked under the warmer colors. We're expecting highs that could get closer to 70 degrees by the time Christmas does roll around. But, it doesn't tell the whole story, this upper level map. You see here, as we go into, I would say here, and notice this little tiny dip in the jet stream near Chicago, going down into the Midwestern states. That is going to be enough to produce what I believe to be at least a slight cool down from Sunday into Monday and Tuesday. So we are going to cool down a little bit. And it's going to be a cold air wedge setup. So this is how it shakes out. So this is Monday and Tuesday of next week. Notice that northeasterly flow coming in. And this is from, the mid-Atlantic. High pressure, a strong high in the north. That's going to sink down into about, say, the Appalachian Mountains. We're going to have a northeast wind following it. That gets rid of our southerly flow. So we're getting air from a different latitude. The southerly flow is going to be happening early in the week in Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, the Gulf Coast. So we're not going to see as warm a weather as what we were initially anticipating because we didn't know if that high was going to make it far down. The high is going to make it that far down. So we're going to have a cold air wedge without the clouds and without the rain, a very weak wedge, if you will. Highs will be in the low 60s Monday and Tuesday. Mostly sunny, no rain chance in sight. But that high is about to go up to the north and east. It's about to go that way. And look what fills it in. That Gulf flow. The Gulf flow is going to increase the moisture. Not enough for rain. And we get a southwest wind. Southwest winds will take over. That's, what we talk about in meteorology all the time. West warms the best. This will be the case. As that west or southwest flow moves in, I think highs are going to move up to about the upper 60s, low 70s across much of the deep south. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So expecting warm, sunny weather. No rain chances as of now. Again, we're still looking at it with binoculars on as we're still about, I'd say 8 to 9 days away now. But for Christmas, if you're traveling across the deep south, doesn't look to be any major weather events happening. That's great news. On top of that, you might can wear shorts and a T-shirt Christmas afternoon, Christmas Eve afternoon, even the Friday after Christmas. Once we get to next weekend, I think there will be a weak front that's getting closer to our area. No significant cool downs with this one, might I add, but still something to make of note in case that could increase into a rain chance. But the main point to drive home is we get southwesterly winds, warmer temperatures. We're trending for that for Christmas Day. And here's that 7-day forecast one last time as well. But again, rain chances coming back into the fold just for Thursday. 6 out of the next 7 days are going to be dry, and 6 out of the next 7 days are going to be spent in the 60s. by the middle of next week, maybe even some 70s could be on the board. So that's the latest outlook. Not half bad. We're breaking out of the Arctic, getting more regular winter time. This is status quo winter here in the CSRA. Near average, slightly above average temperatures. A rain here and there, only just one out of the next 7 days, and we're looking sunny, warmer, and dry for Christmas. So that's the latest. Again, we'll have much more on this tonight coming up on Fox 54 News at 10 and 11. So join us there. We're going to have frequent updates on Facebook as well. And again, another edition of Weather Aware Live here. So stay safe. Enjoy your night. And again, make sure to tune in later on this evening to Fox 54 News. Again, we're going to have the latest updates coming up later tonight as well. Stay safe. Enjoy your night. Have a great evening. And, of course, we'll talk to you very soon.